Well, hello, and welcome back to another wonderful Miss Morris video. Don't worry, there's just this one and then next week's, and that should be it. We're almost done with these videos. You guys won't have to put up with them anymore, I promise. Bear with me, bear with me. So today we're going to do this assignment where we're going to do some menu planning and we're going to do some grocery shopping, okay? Because one of the things that obviously we have to make sure that we budget enough money for is food. This is how we stay alive. And you will find, and maybe you already know, going out to eat every meal gets to be very, very expensive. Eating ramen and or cereal for every meal gets to be very, very boring. And cereal is actually kind of expensive, so keep that in mind. We're going to try to be relatively healthy. I can't force you to be healthy, but it would be nice to kind of keep things sort of healthy, and then to make sure that you, have a little bit of variety in your life. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. So there's this worksheet, this link right here. I'll take you to this worksheet where we're going to plan out our menus. Now this is just kind of a rough draft, or just kind of a rough idea of what you might be eating. It kind of helps narrow things down when you're shopping, to make sure that you get things that you need, and try to stay away from things that you don't necessarily need. We all know what it's like to be in the grocery store and you're walking down the aisle and you're like, oh yeah, no, Oreos sound good. Or, oh yeah, no, that, whatever it is. Oreos are my weakness. Whatever it is that your weakness might be. Sometimes it's easier to just have a list and try to stick to it. So we're going to start over here on the side where it says menu. We're going to do this column first, okay? So we're going to run through, and you don't have to specify like Monday I'm going to have this for breakfast, Tuesday I'm going to have this for breakfast. We don't need to be that specific. We just need to make sure that we have breakfast options, okay? So for instance, sometimes I like to have cereal for breakfast, okay? Sometimes I like to have toast. On the weekend, sometimes I like to make up some pancakes or eggs, okay? So there's just some options. Those are things that I like to have for breakfast, all right? For lunch, I'm a big sandwich fan. I like to eat sandwiches of various kinds. So I like to have a sandwich and maybe some chips, or crackers, to go along with it. I'm a big fan of a salad as well. Excuse me. So those are a couple of lunch options. Lunch for me, especially when I'm actually working and going to school, I like to keep things kind of simple. I like to keep it easy so that it's fast and easy to eat, and it's fast and easy to make in the morning to bring to school. So those are kind of my lunch options. For supper, I like to have kind of a pasta meal sometimes. I'm a big fan of a taco salad. I like to have pizza, I sometimes like to have like a ham dinner, okay? So whatever you like to have for supper, we're not judging. Whatever you guys like to eat. Like I said, you don't need to make it specific. If you are cooking for yourself, some of these things can overlap. So I might have a ham dinner and then have leftovers and have it again a couple nights later. So we don't necessarily have to, like I said, make, Monday I'm going to have pasta, Tuesday I'm going to have taco. Just make sure that you have options and you have enough food to eat, okay? So that's step one. Step two is we're going to make our grocery list. So yes, this is kind of our grocery list, but I want you to be very specific to make sure we don't forget anything. So like if I'm going to have cereal for breakfast, I need cereal. I also need to have milk, right? Because I like to have milk in my cereal. If I'm going to have toast for breakfast, I need bread. I also need to have something to put on my toast. I'm a big fan of peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so I got to put peanut butter on there. I got to put jelly on there. Okay, if I'm gonna have pancakes, I just get the pancake mix because I'm not fancy. Even though pancakes are not that hard to make from scratch, if you have flour and other necessities. But I'm a pancake mix kind of gal, and I like to have syrup on there. And then I need to have eggs. And what do I like to have with my eggs? Bacon. Yep, that's right. Okay, so you're going to go through and you're going to make sure that you have all of the ingredients that you need for all of these different things that you think you want to have in your house to eat. So it's going to look something like this. Okay, and you can leave spaces in here, not leave spaces in here, do whatever you want. Sometimes we do like to make sure, I don't know if you guys are snack people, but sometimes if you are a snacker or if you like to have, you know, a dessert or something, you might want to make sure that you add, you know, maybe you like ice cream. Maybe you're a big fan of granola bars. Maybe you like to have some popcorn while you're watching TV at night. I don't know what you guys like. This is for you. Think about if you're living on your own and you are having to buy the food that you are going to eat. You want to make sure that your kitchen is stocked, right? What is it that you need to purchase? What is it that you need to go to the grocery store and buy? Okay? So once you have this all laid out, and this shouldn't take you too long. I mean, don't think too hard about it. Just think about things that you like to eat. Think about things that you like to cook. Think about, you know, that kind of stuff. Put down what is actually in those things that you like to eat, the things that you like to cook. Think about things that when you go to the kitchen, you open the fridge, what is it that you like to see? If you open the cupboards, what do you like to have in there? What do you like to make sure that you have in the house? Okay. Whenever maybe you're not a grocery shopper, but your mom goes to the grocery store and you're like, Mom, make sure you get this thing, whatever it is. All right. So that's on your grocery list. So you're going to go through your grocery list, write everything down, make sure you don't forget anything. And then we have to figure out how much this would cost you. So like approximately how much is it going to cost you to eat for a week? So you can go to whatever store it is that you want to. Especially right now, a lot of different grocery stores have online shopping, okay, for like delivery or shopping online. I live in Albertville, so Coburn's is my closest one. Hy-Vee also has online. I believe that if you do Hy-Vee, you have to sign up, but it's free. You just have to put in your email address. But so all you have to do is click like shop online. I'm going to do pickup because I can get myself there and pick it up. It doesn't really matter. Like this says that I'm shopping the St. Cloud, Minnesota store. That part doesn't really matter. What's going to matter is that our shopping cart here and then how much it costs. Okay, so you can just put right in here. So like the first thing on my shopping list here is cereal, right? So I can just put in cereal. And it's going to come up with all sorts of different cereals. If I know specifically what kind of cereal I want, I could put in Cheerios, right? Okay, and it's going to give me all sorts of things like Cheerios. It's going to give me actual Cheerios. So you can go through and you can say, you know what, I'm a fan of the Honey Nut Cheerios. So you say Honey Nut Cheerios. Okay, yeah, this is what I want. I'm going to add it to my cart. Okay, so you add to the cart. Here it is over here in your cart. It's going to total it up. What's the next thing that I need? Well, I needed milk to go with my cereal, right? So I can put in, I'm a big fan of skim milk. I know, it's like water. But now the only thing that I really need milk for is my cereal. So I don't need a ton of milk. Otherwise, like if I get a whole gallon, I don't drink milk just straight. So I don't need to get a whole gallon, right? I could just get like a little 32 ounce. I could get a little 16. I could get a half gallon. I'm going to go with the 32 ounce. Add that to my list. Here we go. It's in my cart. Okay. So you're going to go through and you're going to do that whole thing. All right. We're going to take a pause right here. I'm going to put everything in my cart and I'll show you the next step in just a second. And we're back. Okay, so I have everything in my cart over here. As you can see, I have 30 grocery items, and that is a total of 108.20. Okay, this is the important part right here, 108.20. So if we go back here to, we'll make this bigger. How about? So the total cost of all of these things is 108.20, right? And then for the purposes of our calculations, and this is going to seem weird, but trust me, it usually comes out approximately correct. We're going to take 108.20 and we're going to multiply it times 3 because you're not necessarily going to need to buy all of these things all over again every week. So if we take that times 3, it's going to give you kind of a general monthly cost of groceries. So for me, my 108.20 times 3 is 324.6. But if we divide that by 4, because there's usually about 4 weeks in a month, and that's about, so you're probably going to spend more one week, less the next week. Maybe you'll do enough shopping for 2 weeks worth of groceries, and you'll only have to go every other week. But if we just kind of estimate it out for budgeting purposes, okay, so if we take this divided by 4, it's going to be about $81.15 per week. Now, that's my weekly cost of groceries. When I'm budgeting, sometimes it's better to go kind of up on the, to round up for the purposes of these types of things. So for me, I would say probably my weekly cost of groceries is going to be around $90. Oops, let's put a little dollar sign in there. It's going to be about $90. Okay? So what I want you to do is exactly what I just did. Fill this all out with your menu, your grocery list. Find a store. You can use Coburn's, like I said. Find a store, do the shopping, right? Get a total. Do a little math down here at the bottom. And then I want you to, just like I did, this is the exact number it would be. I want you to estimate how much you think you should make sure to budget every week for your groceries. I went up a little bit because there are probably some things I didn't get, probably some things that I might, maybe that they were on sale, and the next time I need to get them, they won't be on sale. Maybe next week I'll have a more expensive menu, maybe I'll have a taste for something more expensive. So round up a little bit and put down what you estimate your cost is going to be. Okay? And then just turn it in on Schoology.